heart disease and stroke killing nearly 4 times annually than COVID and is more preventable. CNN devoted 0% of their airtime to holding Obama accountable for the 5 million deaths on his watch. The CDC says over half were preventable. Yeah, you can't asymptomatically give people strokes by breathing near them, Brad. I think that's the big difference here.
Hey everyone, my name is Jake and welcome to Murdered by Words, where we're going to be looking at people who just get murdered by words. Please don't murder me by words in the comments, by my setup. It's not finished, okay? We're just moving, the lighting's awful, the echo's awful, but we'll get there. No one cares about that though. Murdered by Words, enjoy it.
My wife is a nurse and we live in a red state. She feels that wearing a mask significantly reduces the spread of the virus. I went to Sam's Club tonight with a face covering and was able to buy everything on my list. Weird how little it impacted my ability to shop. I am a nurse and I disagree. So, not all nurses and doctors share that opinion. Yes, I am sure you have a medical license, Lamal. Let's take a look at the bio. Divine intervention, DNA healing, we got crystal healing, life coaching, light language, sacred geometry, #energy. That sounds like someone I'd trust. Hello, my fiancé and I are currently planning a trip to Ireland from the United States next June of 2017, so this is old, to get married and honeymoon for 3 weeks. We are Odinists and we would like an Odinist or similar-minded clergy to marry us. We would prefer to find someone who only performs heterosexual ceremonies and refrains from marrying those of mixed races. If you could help me find someone, that would be fantastic and very much appreciated. Thank you very much for your time and consideration, and I hope to hear from you soon. Signed, Sarah. Hello, Sarah! We are most happy to report that none of our clergy subscribe to your views on mixed race or gay marriage, and so we cannot assist you in your upcoming visit to Ireland. Screw off. Yours very sincerely, everyone at Pagan Federation Island.
I don't know much about like the Irish thing, but isn't it like very, very progressive? So saying something like that to them is like the last person you would do it to. I don't know what they were thinking. They probably didn't research them.
My value isn't based on my sexual history. If a pair of shoes has 50 previous owners, its value is going to go down. This is basic economics. Alright, that's not even basic economics. Supply and demand drive price, not use. For instance, if you're a misogynistic person, the demand for your pee-pee drops down very low, and that means you are gonna have to pay people to go near it. They're not wrong, that is how economics works. It is a point that if a pair of shoes is worn 50 times, that's gonna go down in price, most likely, but I don't think you can compare that to a person. It just doesn't work. How do I force my wife to change her last name to mine? I'm trying to force her to change it, but she said she wants to keep it. I am really angry and frustrated as her husband. What can I do? It's not her choice. I live in the United States. Oh, you live in the United States. That should explain your stupidity. Thanks for mentioning that. I was actually willing to write a proper answer explaining how ridiculous your question is until I read the last line. Show her this answer. If she's from the United States too, she might get convinced and change her last name to yours.
Okay, I don't know why that person hates the United States so much. Like, that's a bit far, you know? Not everyone's like that. But in the United States, she has the choice if she wants to change her name or not. I don't think you own her. It's not like the 1700s anymore. You can't do that. And also, if you want the second name so bad, why don't you change yours to hers? There's nothing she can do about that. You can happily have hers. Why not that? I thought this was going to be a caught a cheater vid. Well, I'm glad it wasn't. Scripted that way. They say never meet your heroes. I would usually abide by that advice, but today you changed my mind. I want to meet someone like you in person. Someone who is freaking miles ahead of everyone else in your gifted ability to not just recognize fake or scripted content, but to also benevolently share that with us to spare us all from mistakenly enjoying that content. Thank you for all you do. Yeah, there is people that take it too far. They're like, oh, that's scripted content. I can't enjoy that anymore. Like, sometimes I want to know if it's scripted or not, and I'll be like, oh yeah, it's probably fake. I'll still enjoy it. If it was funny, right?
Lying in order to prey on a grieving family. How did that go for you? We are a young family looking to move to this area. We currently have a buyer for our own property and are making every effort to find what is available to us. We haven't yet been able to find anything suitable on Rightmove, as for a few reasons we are restricted to looking for houses in close walking distance of work and family, so there aren't many options. We are looking for a house with a good garden, as we have a 5-year-old daughter who would greatly benefit from one. We are looking for somewhere to make our home for many years and really like the streets in this locality. We will consider properties in any condition provided there are no structural problems. If you are planning to sell your house in the near future, please don't hesitate to contact us. As we have contacted you directly, you would avoid paying or dealing with estate agents. We have a buyer, so are in a position to proceed without delay. Dear Blank, thank you for your letter concerning the property at this address, owned by my late father. I presume it is a matter of public record that this property registered empty, owner deceased, hence your recent interest. Of course, I understand that any parent of a 5-year-old is keen to purchase a property in any condition. Time and resources abound when you've got a young child. I understand that it is, in fact, to our advantage to bypass estate agent fees, enabling any prospective buyer to offer below market rate and leave sellers unprotected. You're no doubt aware we are presently grieving, vulnerable, and have been burdened with death expenses, and so are keen for a quick sale whether or not this is our ultimate advantage. My advice would be that you seek a family property from your portfolio in your capacity as Director of Blank Property Management Limited, incorporated on this address, for which accounts were filed this of 2020. I gather trading standards look very unfavorably on this kind of disingenuous and predatory literature. Get screwed and don't contact us again. Best wishes. I just love anything that says get screwed followed by best wishes. It's just so sarcastic. Here we have some pictures of some girls at a protest, I think. There's a good chance at least one of these kids will be either dead or severely injured before this is all over. But hey, good thing you helped them capture this magical moment instead of maybe helping them by discouraging violent behavior. Good for you, you idiot. Nope. Protest ended last night and the whole family has returned safely. Started following one of them on Insta. Thanks for your concern. Glad I could help. Your camera is bad too, by the way. Upgrade your gear before calling yourself something which you are not. Yeah, I am literally a Master of Fine Arts in photography from Savannah College of Art and Design. Eat my shorts.
That's when you know someone's really into it, when they bring Bart Simpson insults into eat my short. I don't think I've heard that since The Simpsons. Yeah, does anyone actually use that in real life other than him? No.
I had a dream that unless the teacher told us class was over, we were forbidden from going out the door. Our teacher was very forgetful and maybe even malicious. After being forced to stay past sunset many days, my class decided we were going to break out every night. Eventually, our attempts led us to discovering rifts in space-time where we could warp, so we never used the door. Checkmate. The window? What? Are you gonna critique my dreams? My subconscious creations that I did by accident while asleep? The chemicals in my brain? Are you going to use your foul eyes and dissect all of the plot holes in my dreams? Are you going to critique the weather? Harass the clouds? Make fun of thunder for being off-key? Remind me to come to your house and shred your shoes. God. That response is Shakespearean. That's actually quite beautiful though. I could feel the passion through that. The Stars Post. Why pay for Microsoft Office when other programs can do the job? Yeah, why pay for the Star when we can read free from other websites? Star's no, it's different. It's much different here. Why are they even hating on Microsoft Office? It's pretty good. Sometimes I'll use Google Docs. Well, I will use Google Docs instead of Word, but for PowerPoint, Excel, it's pretty decent. Wonder if I'll ever meet anyone whose experience of COVID was worse than flu. My oxygen saturation level was 58. If my wife hadn't taken me to A&E, I would have died within hours. I had blood clots in my lungs and bleeds or clots in my brain. Lost sight in eye, hearing in ear, feeling in toes. Flu? Yeah, well, I haven't met you. Yes, I was due some good luck at some point this year. What is the argument of I haven't met you, though? Does that mean like, oh, I haven't met you, therefore you don't exist? I don't think that's how it works, bro. Dude came back after I told him 6 months ago that he shouldn't go to a parade in a pandemic with the world's most believable story. Hey bro, just saw your replies and wanted to let you know I got rich off of a pandemic. Crazy what you can do with your life when you're not being a keyboard warrior, huh? Yeah, sure thing. And I launched 2 space programs, founded 7 charities, started a multi-billion-dollar business, and developed a cure for cancer with help from my harem. 1 out of 2, so there's more. Number 1, this is the internet. Pics or it didn't happen. Number 2, nobody would care even if it did happen. And number 3, the fact that my little comment thread helped your attention for over 6 months speaks volumes about your teeny tiny fragile ego. And they even got to use the new emoji where you do the little yeah.
Wow, you made it all the way to the end. Do you know what that means? It means you can click another one. One there, one there. That's two whole videos you can click. You should probably click it because this is just, it's white. I'm just so white for some reason. The light, bro. Click, quick.